Barrett Rose and Jagdeo must stop being a tyrant. We have noted that the second Vice President, Barrett Jagdeo, has been suggesting that APNU supporters have been intimidating PPP supporters. It is totally untrue. We find it also disturbing that a note purported to be signed by Barrett Jagdeo came out indicating that anybody who is intimidating PPP members must be dealt with by the law. There is no such intimidation. What Barrett Jagdeo is doing is preparing to show how tyrannical he is. Sources inside of the Guyana Police Force have confirmed that Barrett Jagdeo has given them instructions to find charges and to trump up charges against Carol Smith-Joseph, Vince Roy Jordan, and Nima Flubes. It is important to note that all three of them were and continue to be involved in exposing what the PPP has been doing leading up to this election. They were involved in forging people's signature. The fact that Barrett Jagdeo could have apologized to someone for a dead person signing on their form is an indication that the PPP is involved in widespread forgery. Now, the people who are uncovering these forgeries are being targeted by the People's Progressive Party henchman, Barrett Jagdeo. Now, it is very important to note that they have politicized the Guyana Police Force, and they are seeking to use the Guyana Police Force against the membership of the APNU. What are you afraid of, Barrett Jagdeo? You are boasting that you can find candidates in all areas. When you cannot find it, when the PPP cannot find them, you forge the signatures of people. Now, what you should be doing is instructing the Guyana Police Force to charge those who have forged the signatures of people all across this country. You cannot deflect from the PPP fraudulent behavior by seeking to arrest and attack the members and supporters of the APNU AFC. Let it be known, you are forcing us to respond to you in kind. I'm saying to all members of the People's National Congress Reform, all those involved in the APNU, and all Guyanese who support our cause, we must be prepared to take action against Barrett Jagdeo. He is a tyrant and a dictator. And what is more important, he is the man who should be under investigation. There are serious allegations of bribery and corruption made against him. And rather than allowing the law to take its course, this corrupt official is seeking to attack innocent people. If you are not afraid, why would you attack our activists? We know that you had poor response in many of your communities, and that is why you were compelled to forge signatures. And the police commissioner, rather than using the police force to enforce the wishes of the People's Progressive Party, you should be utilizing the police force to maintain law and order. And if you are seeking to maintain law and order, the charges will be made against the People's Progressive Party activists, many of whom signed on behalf of people, and many of our people who did not sign would have given statements to that effect. But you, the police force, are not interested in enforcing the law. You're interested in serving a tyrant by the name of Jagdeo. This nonsense needs to stop. Your role is to enforce the law, not to trump up charges against people. You have trumped up cyber crime. You have trumped up terrorism crime. Now you want to make the victims of fraud victims. That is out of place. And more importantly, this is occurring at a time when a senior member of the government, a permanent secretary by the name of May Toussaint, had her phone confiscated. Generally, the United States would have had to have her under some kind of surveillance. I don't believe a government will just whimsically identify somebody and take away their phone. You must tell us why your phone has been taken. And if there are illegalities involved, you should be instructing the Guyana Police Force to take action against her. And this should be a warning to many of the persons who are joining the PPP. I note in one of their pictures in Linden, they have a known deportee who was involved in all kinds of illegalities, which is the other point we need to make. A lot of the people, the People's Progressive Party is recruiting are people in conflict with the law. And this incident with May Toussaint should tell them that going to the PPP doesn't protect you from the long hands of justice, especially that of the United States. And so, Jagdeo, you need to look amongst your flock for those who are involved in illegality and bring them to justice, including yourself, who is alleged to be involved in illegality. We have had enough of your ignorance. We have had enough of your dictatorial behavior, and we are prepared to respond to you in kind. We cannot allow you to continue to go after our membership, trump up charges, and believe that it's going to be business as usual. It wouldn't. And so I'm calling on the diplomatic community, the civil society organizations here to recognize that the people committing the crime are in the People's Progressive Party. It is they who have forged signatures. It is they who have forced 10-day workers to put on a red jersey. It is they who have violated the law by bribing citizens to be involved in politics. Let me point out that recently, a World Justice Report placed Guyana as second in the Caribbean when it comes to bribing citizens to vote and to be involved in politics. That should say a lot. First was the Dominican Republic. Second, Guyana. What that means is that in the English-speaking Caribbean, Guyana is the home of bribery for votes. Guyana is the home for political illegalities, Jagdeo and the PPP. If you all are confident that you could win free and fair, then stay away from bribery. Stay away from forging. Stay away from forcing people to wear a red PPP jersey. I said to you, you have been exposed. Your response cannot be to come attacking APNU members and supporters. We will take you on. You are the guilty one here. It is you who bribe citizens. It is you who force them to put on jerseys. It is you who compel 10-day workers to wear your jersey. It is you who are recruiting criminals and protecting them. And therefore, it is you the police should be focused on. We call on you to immediately end this political harassment and trump up charges against our members. We stand firmly behind Carol Smith Joseph. We stand firmly behind Vince Roy Jordan. And we stand firmly behind Nima Flubes, who we know stood up to you in Makkah when you were destroying innocent African Guyanese property. You're carrying it too far. Further, I say no more. Thank you.